Assalamualaikum. Welcome to another video of AutoCAD. In this video, we learn about layers in AutoCAD and layer properties. With that, we'll also be learning about the copy command and the fillet command used in AutoCAD. So let's begin. I have my AutoCAD interface open here, and I'll drag my sample drawing. Which is this. Okay. So in this drawing, you can see that there are separate sections. One is of the outer boundary, which is this one, and there are some internal sections, which is one, this, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and there's a circle section. There is 1, 2, 3 circles. So we'll be making all of these in separate layers. So layers in AutoCAD are basically transparent overlays. We'll be learning about it. So this is the layer property tab. You click this, so here we get this layer properties. If you want to turn on or off your layer, you can select by this. You can freeze your layer, you can change the color, the line type, and the thickness of your line. You can increase the thickness, so by the line you can select different line thicknesses from here and different line type. You can load. You can see that there are separate dashed lines and phantom lines and border lines, center lines, chain lines. So there are a lot of line types available here. Alright, you can also change the color of your layer, which we'll be doing now. So let's begin with our drawing. So first of all, we'll create 3 layers because we have 3 sections. One is the internal section, one is the circles, and the other one is the outer boundary. So the 0 is our default layer. So for adding a new layer, we select this, or we can also press Alt and N. So I'll name it outer boundary. You see that the space bar won't work here, so you can type underscore to separate your words. The second layer would be of circles, and the third layer will be of the inner sections. Alright, so I'll start with my figure. First of all, I'll be making my outer boundary. So let's select a color for outer boundaries. I can just click on this color, double click on this color tab, and I can select any color I want. So I'll select this cyan color so that I'll be able to see it on a darker surface. Okay, so let's begin with the outer boundary. I'll select a line. You can also use polylines here because you can see there are several lines. So the first line is of 1. We'll start with here. This is of 120. Then it's like 140 in total, and this is 100. So we get around 40 units left. So these two, there are 2 sides. So each would be of 20 units. So I'll just leave 20 unit space here, and I'll move 30 because it's 30 here, and move the 30 to the right. Then this is 100, as you can see over here. So I'll go 100 to the top, then I'll go again 30 to the left, then 20 to the top again, and this is similar. This is 120 similar to the bottom. So I'll have 120 over here, then this is again 20, and that is again 20. So I'll go 20 onwards, and this side is 50, as you can see down here. So this would be 50 as well. So 50 to the left and 100 to the bottom, then again 50 to the right. So this is 50, and I'll join it with my starting point. So you can see my outer boundary has been made. Now you can see there are several curves at the edges. So these are the fillets which we'll be making from this command, the fillet command. So how you can make these curves? You will have a defined radius, as in this case it is 10 units. So what we'll do is we'll select the fillet command first, and then we'll select our first object as it says on the cursor. So it also says um, fillet select first object or undo polylines radius trim multiple. So I haven't used polylines here because I had to undo the polylines and separate each of my line to make the fillets. So what I did is I just made this diagram with lines. As you can see that each and every part is separate. It's not a single figure. All right. So what will I do? That I'll just select this fillet command again. Select my first object. Then I'll press the down arrow key. It says radius over here. Okay. So now I'll just provide my radius, that is 10 units, and then I'll select my second object. So you can see that the curve has been made of 10 units of radius. If I want to continue, I can just select the two objects and the radius will continue. I don't have to select the radius again and again. And if I have to change the radius, so what will I do is I'll just click the fillet command. I'll select my first object. Again I press the downward arrow and select radius, and then I can specify a new radius. In this case, let's suppose it of 20 units. So it's 20 units, and I'll select my second object again. So you can see that the radius is increased, is changed now. Okay, so that is what we don't need this. So I'll just undo it. I'll press Ctrl Z, and again I'll put my previous radius. You can also select your radius while double clicking this radius. You can see that the radius is already 10. So I'll just press enter and select my second object. So you can see that the fillet continues. So I'll quickly make all the other fillets. I'll select my first object and the second object. Again press enter and select my first object and my second object. Again I'll press enter to continue the command. I'll select my first object and the second object. So this remains uh, the edges remains in this part, so I won't be filtering this. I'll again press enter and continue with this corner. Alright, press enter and again press enter and again select the two objects. So you can see that all the fillets have been successfully made. This was supposed to be edgy, so I have put it like that. And this was my outer boundary. Now I'll be working on these internal sections. So I'll be clicking on this intersection layers, and you can see that the color over here is white, magenta. So this section is at the center of this 120 unit line. So we'll find the center, which is 60, and then we'll go 20 to the top. So this is whole, this is 80, so 40 over here. We're writing 40 to the left in the center. So 40 to the right from the center, it's 50 millimeter, 50 units of height, and 80 to the left, 3 downwards, and install it. Again, we find the center, or you could just set the point. Now taking 20 millimeters as shown over here downwards, and this is also 80 units, so 40 towards the right, 25 which is being provided over here, then 50 units to the left, 25 to the top, and again coming back to the center. So I have made these two sections, and I'll trim out the extra lines. You can see that both the lines overlapping, the line beneath did not bleed because that was on the other layer. Now for these three sections, you can see that the total is 100, and each of these sections is of 20 units of height. So 20, 20, and 20 is 60, and the space, the units for empty would be 40 units. So this would be 10, this would be 10, this would be 10, and this would be 10 as well, because the combined use for the empty spaces is 40. So 40 divided by 4 is 10. So what we'll do is we'll just uh, find the center point first, that is 25, and we would uh, go 10 upwards, and then we'll draw a box first. This will be 20 because this is 40, so 20 from the center, and 20 to the top, 40 to the left. uh, you can also use polylines over here, but I'm comfortable with lines, so I'm using lines. So now you can see that these three are similar. You can just copy it. You can just copy this one. You can say this copy command and select your items. If it were be a polyline, you could have selected all at the same time. Alright, so I'll press enter now, and it asks to specify a base point. So I'll specify this base point, and this here I'll go to 30, and I'll go here with 60. So you can see that I have these three boxes, which now I'll be adding fillets to each box. First I'll trim this extra line, and my fillet is again set to 10 radius, and if we go into 10, there's one fillet over here and the other at the top. So again choosing this fillet command and fillet. Alright, so these sections are also made. Now I have to make these circles. For making these circles, I'll select this circle command. Make sure to get the check sign so that you have selected the exact layer. So a red color, or I can use a yellow color for the circles. So the circles are each of 10 unit radius, that means 20 units of diameter. So there are three circles again. So each would be of 20, 20, 20, it becomes 60 units, and there would be an empty space of 40 like these sections. So first of all, I'll find the center. That is of 15. Alright, so here's my line. So from the top, I'll select 20, including the radius to get the center point, and I'll select a circle to draw a 10 millimeter radius, 10 unit radius of circle. Make sure to select the right circle, the center radius circle. Now again I can copy this circle. So what can I do is I can use the copy command and select my circle, press enter, and then it says specify a base point. So I select this base point, and now I could drag it at 30 units and one at 60 units. So I have these circles with me. Again, I'll be trimming out the extra lines. Alright, so you can see that our drawing is made. If you want just to see one of your layers, you can also turn on and off your layer. So I can just turn out this in intersections. I can just double click, and it's like I have to select this zero layer first, and then I can turn it off. And I can also turn off the circles, which you can see it takes a bit. So the circles are also gone. If you want to turn it on, again I can just click it, so it would appear again. I could also turn off the outer boundary layer. See that it disappears. So I have this extra line which I can trim. So by this I can also make sure that there are no extras in my drawing. Alright, so this was all about today's video. Summarizing the video, what we learned in this video was the copy command, uh, the layer properties, and the fillet command. Okay, so thank you so much again for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video again. Thank you so much.